Now we start first plenary session. Title of this session is Progress in Quantum Sciences and Space Sciences at the National Science Platform FOTONIKA LV. I will be serving as the chair of this conference, and the first talk will be presented by Professor Arnolds Ubelis from University of Latvia. Title of this of his presentation is National Science Platform FOTONIKA LV, Dynamics of Growth and Future Prospects. Please.
Okay, I will try to share screen. So. I hope you are seeing my screen.
Yeah, everything is fine.
Okay.
Please start.
Dear colleagues, once more, good morning. I will try to provide insight what we had seen made during the last 2 years, and in some way some references to more in history before what has happened up to now. I hope there is a lot of information on screen, and I will tell parallel something, and not I'm going to read everything what is coming from my slides. There is some dates I would like to remind. We started FOTONIKA LV at April 24, 2010, and we usually use organizing these conferences around this day. And this was really great initiative. First such kind of initiative in Latvia. We, 3 institutes as a university, decided that we, basing on previous expertise, we need start to join forces together. And this was really a very good decision. And afterwards, we succeeded to win a large project, I show you. And the next milestone was June 18, 2018, when the association FOTONIKA LV was transferred to National Science Platform at the University of Latvia. It may be a little bit surprising that the university is using this word national, but we were very strong convinced that we need to convince university leadership that we need to use this, because we as a university community of researchers and community of institutes moved in some way moved out of the borders of the university. We started to work very strongly with the industry in Latvia. We had so-called club of very strong enterprises, small middle-sized enterprises, very research-driven companies, about 30 companies. Largest one with a turnover around about 20-30 millions, and mostly dedicated to photonics and quantum sciences, and partly to space sciences. The first success after foundation of association was to win this RECPOT project, which was very essential instrument on Horizon 2020 of framework program 7, how to support strong institutions in Eastern Europe. The call and the work program supposed that strong entities, research entities in Eastern Europe, in so-called new countries, need to apply for money about 4 million, and you will be successful if you demonstrate that you have a good history of research activities before, that you have strong structure and you have strong plans for future. And we really succeeded to win. You see, it was really a surprising result, 15 points from 15. It's not so frequently happens, and in the competition, Europe provide competition about 7%. And of course, this was really a strong boost for our activities. And of course, we were very thankful to our predecessors, our previous colleagues who made this during the 60 years after Second World War. We named our station Photonics LV, partly looking around what is going on in Europe and the European Union. And we noticed that United Kingdom accepted the strategy for photonics already in 2006. And there was a very great word said about photonics in 21st century, which is saying that photons in 21st century was the same as electrons were in 20th century, so steam was centuries before. And really good allegory about photons and photonics, and of course about our topic of this conference. This is another picture. Not very. We are not very happy with such kind of things, but we are very strong, and we are basing on previous history and achievements of our colleagues before us, and therefore we succeeded despite rules and conditions which are now currently in Latvia not so favorable for science. You can see from these two colors that rosy color is a small one, and it means this is basic financing. That means state-provided financing to research institutions in Latvia. In average, about 10% of money which is needed to sustain some strong institute at the university or outside university, and only 10% money is provided by state budget. Other part of money is coming from projects. Projects is, when you are applying for projects, your colleagues know that it's really always very tricky issue. You can win, you can lose. And we succeeded to win this large RECPOT project, and we started it on 2012, you see, this jump in the bars. And this was our real success. But in reality, when you're looking through years, it was fight, some kind of crisis management to sustain, to keep team together, to convince colleagues about loyalty to the team and to loyalty of better future. And we succeeded. We succeeded, and you see, we now in years starting from 2020, we have having some exponential growth, and we are seeing progress with some projects already approved and some strong project proposals in our portfolio up to 25. I will try to illustrate in some way what we have now. First of all, our structure at now we have two labs from Atomic Physics and Spectroscopy Institute, Laboratory of Quantum Optics and Laboratory of Atomic Physics, Atmospheric Physics and Photochemistry. The first one is led by our Marie Curie fellow, Dr. Jānis Alnis. The second one is laboratory created by me. And then we have all Institute of Astronomy also as a participant in our platform, with the Department of Advanced Optics and Fine Micromechanics, led by Arnolds Ūbelis, very famous designer of satellite ranging systems in Latvia, but it now serves for many countries worldwide. And he started this technology from the first beginning from launching the first satellite in the Soviet Union. And now he is advancing also with very advanced new design of satellite ranging system. Then we have Observatory of Astronomy, which takes care about satellite ranging systems. This observatory is part of International Laser Ranging Service, which is run by NASA. And we also have very strong astrophysics observatory dealing with carbon stars and also with asteroids. And also in some way it's serving as an instrument worldwide for air safety, looking for asteroids, what is happening with this. And now they are planning together, both observatories together with partnership around Europe, to contribute to space debris problems and also to contribute to also more surveillance systems of Earth. And now we have very strong RHA research group led by Rashid Ganeyev, and this group will evidently will grow and of course will contribute very productively in our future. Therefore, prospects for future now is very promising, very promising. What we are running about research infrastructure about 20 million euro. We have quite strong research facilities like negative ion beam facility, ultrasound velocity, molecular beam laboratory. We have quite diverse laser park. We have spectroscopy instrumentation starting from vacuum ultraviolet and ending with infrared. Our priority in some way is quartz glass and vacuum technology laboratory. There is not so much such laboratories and workshops around in Europe. Sometimes we are asked to serve for colleagues in other countries and other laboratories, and it's our privilege, and we are happy to do it. We are also have experience with high temperature research and also putting these vessels in vacuum. We have mechanics and fine optics workshop, clean room, and various other small assets for research infrastructure. We are doing a lot by our hands, not buying because still financial situation is not so favorable. And not always you are able to buy some things when you are planning concrete project. Now I would like to show a little bit and tell a little bit about current projects we have financed to survive for next years and currently. Of course, largest one is RHA quantum optics project, which providing about 800 euros each year. And then we have National Science Finance projects led by Jānis Aunis, another National Science Count project which is running our molecular beam instrument. Then we have so-called two European structural funds project on national scale. One is dealing with boron implantation in high quality crystals of Germany. We raised this project in partnership with strong research-driven enterprise, which is dealing with shortwave sensors. Another one is we are challenging crystal growth in conditions of levitation. Then we are partners of Laser Lab project currently financed by H2020. We have we are participants in cost action. We have one postdoc fellow, colleague Luisa Miranda, grown up in Mexico and now is in Latvia. And we are proud about our cooperation with a strong company in USA, in Torlabs. And Uldis Beziņš is challenging the problem about usage of tellurium dimer molecule as a frequency standard molecule. Likewise, it is used now for iodine. The advantage is that when you are using tellurium molecule, you are coming more to blue region, about 400 nanometers. And it's real advantage in a lot of demand, including calibration of dye lasers in this region. We are also, as a part, we are quantum National Science Platform, Quantum Science Technologies and Space Science and Technologies, and there is a projects in space. We are very active now in cooperation with the European Space Agency. Latvia is becoming future member. We have very strong researcher Amara Grafs, who is dealing with regolates in asteroids. We recruited Amara Grafs during our RECPOT project, and Kalvis Salmiņš as well as Eglīte, they are running also European structural funds projects. We recruited Jorge Del Pino, who is now a very advanced researcher on our satellite efforts. Therefore, this is in some way heritage from RECPOT project. They are so-called recruited colleagues from outside, which are now with us already for long years. We have some dream projects for future. Already in some way already on the first stage prepared, and sometimes even tested in previous submissions. And the first one is physical development of physical infrastructure for our two observatories and the building HU4. After 1.5 years or 2 years, when you will come to us, you will see radically changed physical environment for our research. Of course, the next challenge is to win the project similar to our previous RECPOT project, which was 4 million. Now we are challenging project which will be about 30 million. 50 million coming from Commission via this scheme of widening calls and so-called teaming projects, when we need to guide consortia and based on advanced institutes in European Union. And basing on this cooperation, we need to grow up as similar very strong institute already as a strong player in European research area. Then we are challenging as a RHR project, so-called Space LV. We now have RHR on quantum sciences and photonics. The other leg is space sciences related technologies, and we are challenging such kind of RHR project during this new program of Horizon Europe. Just now, I am obliged to lead FET Open project on terahertz technologies. My colleagues and good friends from Ukraine, together with a few teams from Germany, are very intense, very targeting this field, and we succeeded already with previous calls getting about 4 from 5, and possibly we are going to win this. Of course, we are participants in night projects, and then we are looking for some Marie Curie fellowship projects, as well as new applications for National Science Council, as well as possibly for structural funds. How many minutes are left? We are in some way, I already know listed, but I should remind that the headquarter building is our building is Junior 4. We have laboratories there, and also clean room and so on. There's a lot of space, and we'll make renovations. It will be really good space in very central of Riga, some kind of lighthouse for photonics in Riga. I should say that we are very happy about response from our colleagues, which are coming from strategic partnership institutions around Europe and worldwide. And now we will have very strong council position just recently, partly consisting of council the board, which was founded by a RHR project, and then we invited additionally to contribute colleague Jānis Valdmanis from Torlaps in the United States. And of course, we included in our council Rashid Ganeev as our strategic leader. I am very happy that Dainis Draviņš, our Latvian origin researcher in Lund, agreed to be with us and to help us and advise us from Lund University. And Andris Vaivats is a Latvia-grown researcher, but now recruited by Karolinska Technical School in Stockholm. He's also always very responding very eagerly to our demands. There was a great success to get with us Bernard Foy, senior researcher at the European Space Agency. And also we are very happy having with us Alfonso Sáenz Lopez. He is a European Research Council grant winner in troposphere stratosphere research concerning photochemistry of ozone in atmosphere, and we are cooperating with him already for a long period. Antimos Georgadis from Lüneburg was evaluator of our European research project, record project Photonika LV. He was leader of the team who made some independent evaluation how we succeeded with this project. And afterwards, we find out that it's very valuable to cooperate, and he agreed with us to cooperate. We are having Linard Skuja, worldwide known researcher on silica technologies and clean quartz. And he is from our friendly Institute of Solid State Physics, also our good friend, and we are happy that he is also with us. Therefore, we always now could rely on very good advice from colleagues listed in this council. And really, this is really very good success because we have very excellent colleagues around with us, and therefore it's some kind of granting us success for future. This is Šķūņu 4, our headquarter building, very centrum of Riga. Šķūņu 4 is somewhere main street in Riga, when hotels is on one side and administrative buildings on the other side, and all guests in Riga is passing Šķūņu 4. This portal Riga is called as Jugendstil capital in Europe, and portal is a very small fragment of real advanced building, which is concrete building, but still having these elements of Art Nouveau, and these kids are representing mental and physical world. And of course, we are doing both. We are mentally very highly motivated, and also we are doing a lot of physical work in physics. Sometimes it's very heavy. Thank you very much. Shortly, I tried to introduce you and to show you on slides some. Sorry for. I am a little bit nervous, of course. I am. You know, it's really great pleasure for me to present my kid, I should say, when we grown up as a Photonika LV. You're welcome to questions.
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Arnolds Ubelis, for interesting presentation of previous activity of the University of Latvia in the fields of quantum optics and photonics, present work and future potential projects and studies. Now we open session with questions. If somebody has some question, please ask to Professor Ubelis. If there are no questions, I would like again to thank Professor Ubelis for the interesting, beautiful talk. Thank you very much, Professor Ubelis. And